Similarly, from a different perspective, what would be your suggestion for those who lead a team?
Yeah. Uh, Again, very interesting piece. Insights for leading a team. Again, management styles differ from person to person. Leading teams also, people have different styles of leading a team. So I will share something that works for me, right? One of the things that works really well is sharing more about the business performance, business strategy, and goals. Basically, which direction the company is going, which direction the priorities are, especially from the leadership, translating those things to your team. That helps them to understand the priorities, helps them to set the goals, and helps them to also understand the pressure. If it's a very stressful environment that you are in, that why we need to be stressed about these things, why do we need to achieve this earlier and not after, right? Why do we need to finish this in 3 weeks instead of 3 months, right? Another thing is be transparent. I believe in building a very transparent relationship with my team members. I don't believe in hiding things from them as such or sugarcoating things. Be transparent, build a good rapport, and I like to bring that personal and human touch to the relationship that we have. So the person on my team also feels psychologically safe to bring up the items that they want to discuss, they are concerned about, or they are not able to move forward, right? They should not be scared of me. In a way, I should make myself accessible for them to reach out as well. Third thing, invest in their growth. Everyone around us is quite ambitious. So help them to take the next step in their career. I've seen so many managers who are very happy when the team members leave their team because they know that they are leaving it for better. And they feel proud that the next step that their team member is taking, they have a role to play, or they have a contribution that they've made in their career. And I would love to see people who work with me going and achieving next levels of success in their careers as well. Another thing which is very important is setting goals, right? As I mentioned previously, it could be about you setting goals for your team members if that's a need, or it could be about your team members taking a lead and setting their own goals. Both ways, based on the individuals you're working with. But setting goals, frequently checking in and measuring those helps to make people accountable and helps to move things ahead as well. And lastly, feedback. Almost all the time, I believe in giving not so sugar-coated and quite an unfiltered feedback. And after some time, people get used to it. Obviously, there are a lot of different ways to give feedback. You can use the SBI method, which is situation, behavior, impact. You can use the sandwich method, which is you say a good thing, then you say something which they might not be super happy with, and then you end it with a good thing, right? So sandwich method, and I use various different methods. But giving that feedback proactively, not waiting till there's an appraisal cycle and they are surprised, right? That's very important as a manager. And lastly, you give the feedback one-on-one, but you support and advocate for your team when you are in a larger forum, right? You should be protecting your team members and taking stand for them in larger forums. So yeah, these are some of the suggestions based on my experiences working with a lot of different people in different regions and different countries.
Wow, this was again super insightful. So you mentioned about sharing the vision with your reportees, building transparent relationships, building a good rapport, making yourself accessible, investing in the growth of your reports, frequent check-ins, and most importantly, straightforward feedback. One of the most important thing that, or rather, new and insightful thing that I found from your session is the frameworks that you shared for the feedback, the SBI, the situation, behavior, impact, methodology and the sandwich methodology. Um, for folks who are listening, feel free to reach out to Vaibhavi to know more about these frameworks, to know more about any of the points that we have discussed, or even just for general mentorship and to know more about what she does. Like, you can find her on LinkedIn, Twitter, and she's very accessible and she tends to help folks a lot. Thank you, Vaibhavi. Thank you so much for your time, and look forward to having more conversations around such topics that can help us develop our working styles in our workplaces, and also if it helps others who are listening to this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you on this topic. Look forward to coming up with some new topic and chatting more about it. I had a good time.